Where are you hanging out? In the pub? Oh, you'll be ruining everyone's goddamn day. But at least you look different? Excuse me? This is convenient.
Thank you.
What is this? She loves a little bit of murder.
Did you hear the news?
Whatever. I guess we better start talking about while the little theme song is still going. You got a fan, huh, Sarah? And it's definitely not me.
Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger.
Maybe one day.
I'm at the stronghold, but it sounded like... Well, it's funny, right? Anyway,
No.
stopping wars should own more sovereigns than this. Need things back to
Even
normal.
I'm more
Point
mature than
flowing
you,
again.
and that's almost
Another
impossible.
reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
Which side are you on?
The Templars and the mages. Most people pick a side.
Most people are stupid.
But where do you stand on the war?
In the frigging middle with everyone else. You know what I hear about mages? Nothing, until one goes all demony. Know what I hear about Templars? Nothing, until they take maybe mages. They're too busy
The
to
hell
look
does
up
that
what
even
the
mean?
real
What's a
questions
maybe
are.
mage? We'll help them all see.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell
I
you
look
that.
really cool
That's
sometimes.
important,
I think it's the
right? But don't
lighting
make
in
it
here.
all
Damn, we
about
look
that.
good.
Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid and smells of horse. Really, what everyone needs is to get
Alright,
everything
you're
back
not
to
so
normal
bad
and proper
here.
and profitable. Sound good to you, all-chosen Lord Herald?
You staying sounds very good. Can I even bring me... You know what you remind me of? That's what it was. You remind me of Kuno from Disco Elysium. And that's a horrifying thing to have to admit. You're like that drug addict little boy who likes to beat up dead people. Fantastic, Sarah. What an achievement. But it's me. It's Darawen. It's TheEdgestrikeHD. And we're the sexiest boy around. So, I mean, it's just, it's our duty, right? You staying sounds very good.
I think I'll enjoy having you around, Sarah. I hope you'll feel the same.
And that was the least
Not
smooth thing I've
even.
ever seen.
Get to work, Herald. I'm gonna go kick someone out of a bed.
Will you actually, though, or are you just going to be right next to me again? Because I'm not done talking. Of course you're right next to me again. Red Jenny says drop and grab operation available. So they are just criminals who don't like fucking nobility. Then why the hell were they killing gangs and everything and clearing the streets? It was like they were either some vigilante force or some weird cult who likes tickling a baby in the first game. I don't know.
Right here. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That should make him into a total arse. Fact.
Very true. Oh wow, is that just getting rid of her, or is that just a... I don't know what that is. Are these not all just questions? No, they're not. Sure. Any opinions about our
What do you
allies?
think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things or the ones who give orders?
Start with my
What do you
advisors.
think about our spy master, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen
In
her.
places,
Or
her
has
nose
she?
is pretty good.
But that'd be mad. Now Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business if you have to have it.
And you actually like them, huh?
I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair.
Except him. Tell me about Cassandra.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
Me too. And I do. I make all the use I can out of her thick skin. Tell me about Solus, because oh my god, he is boring out on the field, but so interesting we actually just sit down and
What
talk
about
to him.
Solus?
Solus. His head's cramped up 1,000 years ago.
That's all you have to say about him? Actually talk about them, please. God. Varric.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
I mean, he is sort of a noble. He's as rich as a damn noble, unless he lost all his money in the fall of Kirkwall or whatever, which is very possible, but he doesn't seem to mind. Vivienne!
What's your
You will
opinion
not
of
like
Vivienne?
Vivienne, will you?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
That's good for
Talk
now.
later.
Good, right? I'll be here.
I don't dislike her anymore. I really hated her when she first showed up, but I think it was just the sourness of Red Jenny being nothing important.
Not too late to go find some. Or stay home.
Okay, thoughts on the
Is the
Inquisition?
Inquisition what you thought it would be?
She hasn't seen any of it yet, really?
Does not even know what they're chasing. No question for me as well, I suppose. Everybody following a rumor. At least I'm used to that.
Okay then, tell me about your background.
Tell me
Oh,
about
we can actually ask about Red Jenny, that's a good thing.
About me.
Where are you from?
How about the basics?
Dalish? City Elf?
Where
What are
from?
you?
Ferelden.
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
You really don't trust me that much, huh? Damn. I can make evasive jokes too.
Oh, you're from wherever. I'm from north wherever.
What?
That was really terrible, my
Wherever.
friend.
Oh, we had fun on street and or in local tavern.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Oh, funny you. It's complicated. I don't like complicated. Let's leave it at that. Maybe.
Maybe down the line I'll be able to get it out of her. Seems like maybe she's quite a broken little lady down inside or whatever the fuck, huh? Who trained
You're
you?
skilled. Who taught you how to use a bow?
No one.
That seems unlikely.
What? I picked it up here and there. Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
I don't even use a bow. Only when I'm boasting.
Oh, certainly. Not a day's effort for the naturally gifted like us.
Well, it's not like that. It takes work. A bit. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
Well, it's not like that for other elves. I know that.
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just...
Because
make
they're
it
so
look
used to having
easy and
things
shine
crammed
brightly.
into their arse? What do you even
Fact
mean?
is, no teacher. Where would I find one in alleyways anyway?
It's nice knowing other elves, but I get the feeling you're gonna pull a Solus and be like, I'm not really an elf, I hate the Dalish.
I'm just interested in talking to an elf like me.
Don't think so.
Disapproves. Of course she
Well,
does.
Maybe you're alright, but most elves are too elfy. Like that Solus, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
It's because you don't live in society whatsoever. You just like to kill people, which is sorta, just a little bit, what elves have been reduced to. Bitch. So you're saying, get
I
over
think
it.
There's more to it than that. A few thousand years more.
Hey, someone wants to be angry about old debts, be angry. Be a terror that never lets an enemy forget. But if you're digging it up so you can wear it, that's just weird. I mean, you Dalish don't really know. You have stories, but that's all they are. It's all fancy dress, not history.
Goodbye. Never
We'll
want to
talk
talk to you again.
If you say so.
Except I do. I want to know more,
Hey,
because
you
all I've
again.
done so far is make you dislike me. Tell me about your
Apparently
friends.
have a lot of friends. Tell me about your network.
It's not mine, right? I mean, it is, but it's also everyone. Everyone who wants to shove it to nobles who hide behind gold and silk. And hats, I guess.
Was there ever a Red Jenny?
Is Red Jenny real? Or was she always just you and your friends?
Dunno.
Don't you care?
Not if it works. I mean, red is scary because blood. And Jenny is... Look, nobody fears the bunch of people who do random stuff. And besides...
Depends what that
these
random stuff is.
Nobles want a bogeyman because they need to believe normal people can't get at them. Numbers, right? It don't have to be so complicated.
Someone must be in
So
charge.
you take turns leading or something like that?
There's nothing to lead. Put a few favors in, take a few out. Stop and you cut yourself out. Other than that, we stay out of each other's way. Probably best.
Oh, they could have not made this guild more boring. They barely even exist. They're just a group of angry lads. That's all the fucking followers of Red Jenny became. What does your group
Are you just
do?
about pranks and revenge, or is there more to it?
Well, it's a weave, right? I grease a ballroom, so a wyvern chasing Git has to hunt Sprained. Strangely, handmaids leave his vault open. His heirlooms pay off someone else. Maybe clean streets in Kirkwall so someone gets something else. Pish, pish, pish. A lot of people eventually get help or a laugh. Or maybe someone dead, if they deserve it.
But where's the human sacrifice and the, I don't know, cock and ball torture? Where is the juicy shit that we expected from these dudes? They're just another band of killers, but nowhere near as refined as the Antivan Crows. Or anything interesting. They're just, the noble is naked. Everyone point and laugh at the naked. That is the point of their guild. So worth building up for 2 games in really, really subtle, interesting ways just for you to be that. Just for you to strip a fucking guard legion of their trousers. That's all you exist for. I hate it. I really hate what you've done. I don't even care to be like, you pretend that tomorrow. I'm not, again, I'm so very indifferent towards you. Just, you're here. If you could do anything, just do it. If not, get the fuck out of my sight.
I met you before someone decided what I deserved.
You're no hate for laughs so far. I'd just get you with a pie or something. Anyway, assassin's a bard's
damn it.
job, innit? No fun,
Very
not
true. What do they count you
were
as? Do you have a
told
specialization?
Right, but only to raise another. Plus, I'm shy at singing.
I expected people
Where are the
from
people
you.
you promised?
If I knew, there wouldn't be much use. That's sort of the point. Look, unless your baddies are rocks or trees, they have people they use. Cooks, squires, wipers. Yeah, I know.
The hell are the wipers gonna
right?
do?
You better believe the
Acid?
wipers deserve it. Right in the... Well, anyway. The little people will be there when you need them. In a million little ways.
Alright, amazing. I technically like that. I like the idea of sort of the grassroots peasant movement, like the interesting peasants and little jobs that could do some poisonings, do some anal intrusion with the wipers. I don't know. Just help us out, please, in any kind of way. Make me like the Friends of Red Jenny again. So it's strength in numbers.
So lots of little contributions add up in the background, like snowflakes that snap a branch.
Nice metaphor.
Sure. Like snow, I guess.
Which she doesn't understand in the slightest.
Most of the time. Friend of a friend and little hints. Mind you, you still have to be smart. Don't bet your life unless you're into that. To be clear,
Oh, I'm so into that.
I'm not into that.
Oh, what a disappointment. This is clearly not going to work. Get out of here. Well, as long as it
I
works.
can play along if it works for you.
You have a choice. Hail the Inquisition.
That's all.
We'll talk another time.
It's all good, innit?
No, don't say it's all good in it.
Fix
That-
the door just
what-
like you asked, Flitter.
That's horrifically written. Is she even like because that's not even how like a chavvy British person would say that. Is it even a British fucking voice actress? I don't know. It's probably just really poor writing for her. But that was gross. Alright then, where does Vivian live? Oh yeah, we can also try Solus again, I guess. It's been a while. Hey, buddy. Wow, literally not even any options to like go over what we've already said. Oh, Solus, aren't you interesting? God fucking damn. Alright, and Vivienne is somewhere further in. And I think we're about to get a cutscene when we get here anyway, right? It's at least lit up for some reason. Yeah, there we go. We got Cassandra with us this time around.
It's
Nice.
good you've returned.
We spent a suspicious
We
amount of
heard
time
the
together.
encounter. You heard? My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses as well as the capital.
Well, going was worth the risk.
We had to do something, and now we have an opportunity.
Yes, and we have the opening we need to approach the Templars and the mages.
He sounds constantly angry, doesn't he?
Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
True, he has taken the orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think
Do I
the
actually
Mage
get a choice
Rebellion is
here?
more united? It could be 10 times worse.
Could be, probably isn't. Mages are incredibly smart, a lot smarter than the Templars 90% of the time. Especially if they're all from the Circle, right? They're very fucking well educated. We should meet the mages.
I could at least
Sorry,
find out what
Colin.
the mages want.
Cassandra disapproved.
No
Fuck
doubt what
off.
they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
And they'll
We
get
shouldn't
it.
discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
And what's the problem with that? We provide for them during their desperate times. They will be indebted for us for a very, very long amount of time, and we could use that incredible amount of power. You think it's a trap?
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave,
They're not.
same
It
could
is
be said
clearly
about the Templars.
demons.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In
Who
the
are you
meantime,
talking about?
We should consider other options.
Can't just say consider other options then not talk
There
about
is
the
one
other
other
options.
matter.
What do you mean?
Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious.
Which explains why you haven't heard from the hero in quite some time. Maybe it isn't just because he's in the fucking void with Morrigan, because the timings didn't add up there, so this makes a lot more sense. That sounds suspicious.
And does sound odd, I agree.
The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if you can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
I think we're getting a Grey Warden on our side! Either that or a massive fucking enemy of them. Which would be a horrible idea, because I love those delicious boys. The Wardens are some of my favourite they're just my favourite faction in the Dragon Age universe. What is that? Why do you exist? There's so many people I want to talk to, I don't know what the hell is going on anymore. And first off, we might as well check outside. The threat remains complete. Who the hell is Krem? What kind of name is Krem? And who's the cult of Andraste?
But I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Are you a woman? It was a woman's voice, right? But you don't... Well, you look incredibly ambiguous. I have no idea. Give me the message.
What's the message?
We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company,
Yeah, definitely a woman.
Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bull's charges can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
Iron Bull, like some kind of Native American. Sure. Let's get him on our side. Tell me about your
What
company.
can your Bull's chargers offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Valroyo. We've got references.
No references. You got it. Tell me about your leader.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull. He's one of those Qunari.
Oh, that
Big
makes
guys
sense.
with the
So it's a
horns.
nickname.
He leads from the front. He pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
Interesting. Are we even a side? Because to be honest, I don't even know what the Inquisition fights for right now other than closing those damn rifts. Which maybe is all we need to side for. I don't know, we can try to our best to be a neutral faction. But I already lean so heavily towards mages just from my own morals that I don't think I'll be able to help it. Unless the mages do something immensely scummy within the next 5 minutes before I go and find them. Why give
Why
us
did
this
your
message?
commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
We welcome the
I
help.
look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Ah, okay, cool. Meet Iron Bull of the Storm Coast. Is that part of this? In hushed whispers, head to the Inquisition's war room. I don't even really know why. It says gather enough power, then work with the advisors to make contact with the Templars. Do I even want it? Grand Enchanter Fiona, leader of the Mage Rebellion, has offered an alliance with the rebel mages at Redcliffe. Well, maybe we should go there next. But there's so many different places I want to go. I want to go meet Iron Bull, the captain of the Chargers. Where does that consider itself? Inquisitor's Path? Inner Circle? Captain of the Chargers. Okay, cool. And the Lone Warden. Oh, I think Inner Circle is my companions. Which means maybe this Iron Bull is going to be one of us. Finally, another Qunari companion. They were so... Oh, I so desperately missed those lovely bastards in Dragon Age 2. Jesus, that's terrifying.
You think they get their lyria?
Excuse me? Mr. Dwarf, you know you said that right next to me, right? You suspicious little bastard. That is very much illegal. Vivienne. Haven't had a chance to talk to you just yet, so...
I
Hey,
met an elven mage earlier. So
I did not realize you were bald.
I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition.
There is literally
why
one.
were you at the Divine Conclave?
His chaos harms everyone. We need the circle restored. The Templars made their beds. Major ship. This is not what she's asking me. I don't understand. Huh? Why were you at the Divine Conclave? I mean, none of these answers are anything to do with that. This chaos harms everyone. That's such a moralist, neutralist fucking... Major should be free. She won't like that. We gotta go neutralist here, I guess. This chaos harms everyone.
The war benefits no one.
But she loved it!
The order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas.
There never was a
not
balance.
Restored quickly, countless lives will be lost.
They're so way
Mages,
towards the Templars.
Innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
And we have no idea what we're doing. I'll do all I can.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Well, I'll use it to change things.
If that's true, then I'll put it to good use.
How did she slightly disapprove of that? All I said was good use.
Don't let me keep you.
No, not nearly enough of my time. Talk to me more.
Yes.
I find you really interesting. And also tits. Investigate. Oh my god, that's so out of nowhere. Tell me about yourself.
I'd like to know more about you, Madame Vivienne.
Whatever would you like to know?
Well, I guess we'll find out. Where are you from?
Your accent's not Orlesian. Where exactly are you from?
I am from the Circle, my dear. One's country of origin rarely matters there.
But I'd
if
still
you
like
must
to know.
I was born in Wycombe in the Free Marches.
I
was
see.
sent to the Ostwick Circle, but I transferred to Monsignor while still an apprentice.
So how does one go from the Circle, or hell, even the Free Marches, to being an Orlesian noble?
I'm curious how a circle mage winds up at court here.
Nobody winds up at court, my dear. It takes a great deal of effort to arrive
It
here.
was a little bit of a
I caught
dick
the eye
move.
of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine, an advantageous connection that opened many doors. When the position
Must
of
be a different
Enchanted in the
Ghislaine.
Imperial Court became vacant, I was able to secure it.
It just seems weird that they would reuse the name non-deliberately, but I guess it is just a very French name. I don't know. You married a
You're
Jew.
married to the Duke de Ghislaine?
Of course not, my dear. Don't be ridiculous.
Ah, okay.
Marriage is the business of alliance and inheritance. I'm Bastien's mistress.
Ah. And what is a court enchanter?
What duties does a court enchanter have?
I am tasked with providing assistance to the Empress on arcane matters. Most of my predecessors restricted this to lighting lamps and doing parlor tricks. In such troubled times as these, however, I provide political advice to Her Majesty on the subject of the Mage Rebellion.
Any chance we might...
Do you
you
think
know...
that you and I might someday...
I don't see how that benefits me in the slightest, my dear.
Jesus, that was painful. Poor little Darawen.
Yes?
Are we done? I want to help the Circle. Ooh, okay. Tell me about the
I
Circle.
wanted to ask you about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know?
What is there to know? Tell me about Templars in your opinion.
You must have an opinion of the Templars after living so long in the Circle.
Having opinions about Templars, my dear, is exactly like having opinions about mages or Navarrans or men. I have known some who are impossible to endure and some who are utterly charming. I have suffered insults at the hands of those in the armor, but no more than I endured from nobles or tradesmen in Val Royal. Personally, I have found the Templars a useful tool, skilled at keeping more unpleasant elements at bay.
So I guess your particular circle was never particularly... I guess the Templars weren't really tyrants, where you're from. But surely you must have seen how bad it can get. Against just perfectly normal mages like Kirkwall, it was disastrous, man. The rite of annulment and everything, or the Tranquil, it was terrible. But I guess the word didn't really have a chance to get out about all that, since Anders did something way fucking bigger. Wasn't the Circle disbanded?
If the Circle disbanded, how can you still belong to it?
The Circle is an idea, my dear, and an idea cannot be dissolved. Many of the first enchanters voted for rebellion, caring little that anything short of a unanimous decision would pit mage against mage. Rather than dissolving it, Grand Enchanter Fiona's vote split the Circle in two. The rebels follow her, the loyalists follow me.
I see! So you are quite literally their leader. Can you just get them all on our side? I mean, that would mean that we... Oh no, that means I can't bring you to the mage meeting. Because I would be bringing the goddamn loyalist leader straight up to the goddamn rebel leader. I don't think they get on particularly well. Shouldn't you replace Fiona?
If you need all the loyalists, why are you only First Enchanter and not Grand Enchanter?
Grand Enchanters are elected, and since there are no First Enchanters besides myself, no vote can be held.
I
I
see.
could name myself Grand Enchanter, but the title holds no meaning now. When the circles are restored, that will change.
Okay, then tell me more. What was circle life like for you,
What was it
anyway?
like to live in a circle?
My dear, your question is the root of all problems with mages. I cannot tell you. Every circle was different. Their Templars were different, their politics unique.
Very true,
And every
which means
person
many
in
of the
each
non-rebel
tower had an
mages don't
experience
understand
of
the
circle
rebels.
life unique to themselves. Some people suffered and some were content. Some were cruel, some compassionate, and some indifferent. The same is true of people everywhere, in all circumstances, whether they are mages or not.
It sure is, huh? What about your experience?
So, tell me about your personal experience with the Circle.
I enjoyed life in the Montsimard Circle, my dear. It was an edifice devoted to knowledge and refinement. And mages need the company of other mages. No one else can truly understand the challenges we face, nor see the world as we do.
Was confinement hard?
You must have been under constant supervision, being forced by Templars to live in the tower. Was that hard to endure?
My dear, I have a suite in the palace and a wing at my dear Duke Bastien's estate. I've never been forced to live anywhere. Most circles
But you were
allow
incredibly
mages to
fucking
live away
lucky,
from the tower,
so...
either on their own or in service to the nobility. All that was required was permission from the First Enchanter. Some circles were harsher in their restrictions. Kirkwall was the worst, but it was
The worst as in the
exception.
worst, or
Most
just the
were
worst we
quite
know of?
permissive. Perhaps too permissive, in retrospect.
Ferelden's was pretty goddamn awful. Anders had to escape 7 fucking times. How did the rebellion
How did we
start?
come to this state where the Circle's in revolt?
A failure of perspective that infected Circle leadership. Mages lived solely in a world of Templars and mages. They could not even imagine what was beyond the tower walls. Kirkwall gave the world a reason to remember its fear of magic. A mage killed hundreds with a snap of their fingers.
It's
Across
hardly
Thedas, a new tangible fear of magic grew. Commoners and nobles alike called out to the Chantry for protection. But the malcontents in the towers thought nothing of this. They cared only for themselves and for their anger at the new Templar restrictions. When a mage attempted
It's
to
hardly
assassinate
true, though.
divine
People were terrified of
destiny,
mages in
again,
Origins, well
the
before
mages
what happened in
protested
Kirk.
the investigation. The leadership chose to vote on independence based on the intolerable conditions imposed by the Templars, sparing no thought to the fact that magic was more feared in the aftermath of these attacks than it had been since Tevinter's day. So long as they had their freedom, they could care little for riots, angry mobs, or about pitting mages against each other.
Do you know Fiona?
Are you familiar with Grand Enchanter Fiona?
We've met. Before her horrendously ill-timed and selfish vote for independence, I thought her adequate at her job. In her dotage, she could not handle looking after the well-being of so many people. We would have done better to replace her years ago to let her spend time gardening.
Was she ancient then, or what? Were they justified?
They have cause to rebel?
In the aftermath of their terrorist attacks? Was that really the most opportune time to break away? By all means,
it's the only damn time that it would have been possible.
Just don't do it in a way that says mages support wholesale murder. By voting when they did, my colleagues all but declared war upon the ordinary people of Thedas. A war in which we are outnumbered 100 to 1.
I would say probably outnumbered way more than that, go. There ain't a whole lot of mages around, trust me. Especially in Inquisition, I don't think have we ever even fought a single mage? I genuinely can't think of one. Maybe there was like one outlaw mage, but no, I genuinely think we haven't touched one yet. That is terrifying. Not looking forward to that. The first mage encounter is going to destroy us, because I'm just not used to it. Mages are fighting mages.
I thought the fighting was only between mages and Templars. Why are mages fighting mages?
Loyalists versus rebels, and also rebels that don't agree with other rebels.
But Fiona chose to let the motions stand.
They're gonna start their own clans, it's just
declaration of war against
an inevitability.
The entire free world had little choice. By breaking from the Chantry when they did, the rebels declared themselves in support of mass murder.
You
Anyone
do
who
keep
did not
fucking
wish to
saying,
support
you like
terrorism
that
and the
word,
slaughter
don't
of
you?
innocents, was forced to take arms against the rebels.
Sad thing is... Ooh, this could get me in trouble. No, it couldn't, because it is just fact. A lot of... Pretty much the vast majority of big, grand civil rights movements over the last 100 years, IRL, have involved a hell of a lot of terrorism. Nelson Mandela, like this very, very upheld, beloved figure across all culture. It was a tragedy when he died. He killed so many people on his path to, achieving what he was going for getting rights for the blacks in South Africa. This is coming out of nowhere, but I'm just giving you guys my stance on, the mages as well. Terrorism is sometimes necessarily to get what you need. I'm not advocating terrorism, of course, but statements need to be made. I'm with the mages and Nelson Mandela, the best mage of all. Let's go. Talk to me, Vivian. Is there anything else? I love the way she just expands when we try to talk to her. She just stops whatever she's doing, and her legs and arms just spread a little bit. She makes herself bigger, like she's trying to scare off a bear. It's wonderful. I want to help the circle.
Anything I can do to help your efforts at restoring the circle?
After the circles fell, their libraries were plundered by scavengers.
Hey, we got a little loyalty mission, huh?
Knowledge in the hands of bandits. It makes me sick to think of it. I've received news that some tomes have been located, if you are interested in righting this wrong.
I will find them. The fucking preservation of knowledge is incredibly fucking important. Even if it's a faction I don't really want to save. Favors for the first enchanter. Find a circle tome in the hinterland. Oh, God. The western approach, the exalted, and it's gone. Because of course it's gone. Now I'm doing that for you. It's so great. This is expanding. Did we finish? Tell me about yourself. How'd you become a courtier?
I caught the eye of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine. An advantageous connection that opened many doors.
We already said this.
When the position of enchanter to the Imperial Court became vacant, I was able to secure it.
Married a yeah, we have.
Marriage is the business of
and what does his wife think?
And what does the Duchess de Ghislaine think of this arrangement?
We got along quite well.
Of course.
Jane and I used to host musical salons together. She was a great patron of the arts. She passed away from a fever a few years ago, the poor dear.
Ah, shit. Aw. Well, you're free to bang him as much as you like. Let's get the hell out of here, shall we? And we can talk to our advisors, hopefully.
And I shall embrace.
I'm hoping since we finished the main quest mission that we're actually going to be able to talk to everybody again. Oh yes, Maeve, I need to talk to her so much. Okay. Zell.
You return.
I do. How are the people?
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
What would you like to know?
How are the people at Haven?
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
That isn't even what I meant to do. I meant to ask about the hinterlands.
Many of them came here because the...
Yeah, we know,
that
we know.
At the breach. Farmers have fled the...
We've heard. How is everyone
Do you have
else?
information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate.
I'm trying to help as much as I can.
It is a chaotic...
Alright, whatever. So I guess you're just our update on our little outcrops of people, just our small little settlements that exist that maybe we'll come across, especially out in the wilds, in the areas like the hinterlands.
The materials he needs? I asked Adon not to rush us. Demon essence is dangerous. Sorry. No, it's fine. Just tell him we'll have it for him as soon as we can.
Alright, I got a lot of research to turn in. Here you go. A single bowstring? I think there's a lot more than that. Darawen, what are you... It was one bowstring. Are you kidding me? You have to be fucking kidding me.
Please tell me if you find something.
There you go. Large weapon fragment, codex, black wolf, wolf fangs, damage against beasts in general. That's nice. And, what, can you get out of here? Leave. I've got a lot to... What the... Just having a nice little dance. The Frostbite engine is the worst engine in the world. Just go away. Leave. It's not even because I was there. She carried on. Oh my god. Fuck off. Whatever. Fine. Let's talk to Josephine and try to ignore the little jig going on in the background. Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on settlers.
Yes, goodbye. Oh, wait. Do we have guests?
Despite our fame, we're...
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
None in particular. Our guests are well
Oh, still none.
Seen.
Alright, then we're doing good work at the very least. I haven't fucked anything up here. I guess I am doing pretty much all the quests I possibly can for the people, for our own order, for our own people and everything. We're doing a pretty damn good job so far. Nothing's going horrifically wrong. Whoa, have I ever been in here? Oh yeah, that's what I believe is Leliana's room, right? Because she needs 3 separate beds for some fucking reason. She's a bard. She does a lot of banging. We know this. Alright, let's summon the War Council.